Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pits of Metal Chaos. This is yours, Dave. I got a special guest, Pennsylvania Thrashers, Crew Bomb. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going? What's up, dude?
You guys want to introduce yourselves, man?
Yes, absolutely. I am Brandon James. I'm a guitar player slash vocalist for Cruel Bomb.
I am Kyle McEwen, and I play drums and sing backup vocals.
And I am Kenny, the bass player. I play bass and backup vocals.
Awesome. So Brandon, how long you been playing now?
So, believe it or not, I actually started playing guitar when we started this project. I wrote all the riffs to Manhattan Mischief, and that's when I started playing guitar, honestly. I played bass about 7 years before then, so this has all been so guitar's been about a year and a half. But, yeah, it's been an interesting transition, and I think it worked pretty well.
So when you started playing bass, were you self-taught or did you take lessons for bass?
I was self-taught at first. But I think I'm not obviously a virtuoso or anything, but, I think I spent a lot of time focusing on some key fundamentals when I was learning. So I mean, I got some bad habits, but I eventually did take lessons, and that really helped me along the way with my songwriting and my playing. So kudos to my teacher.
So you do all the songwriting for the band Crew Bomb?
I do a lot of it. Right? Let's see.
We throw our ideas too, but he basically comes in with the riffs, and then I'll write the drums to it, and Kenny will add some ideas, lyrical ideas too, for sure.
So yeah, like Manhattan Mischief, I kind of had all these songs done, and that's how Kyle and I met. I had just basically these demos of me doing the first original recordings, and Kyle was like, "Let's go record that stuff." So some stuff happened to where we had to play a show, and we had Kenny fill in. So basically all that first stuff, but I think that's what makes our new stuff even better is that it has a little bit of all three of us mixed into the mix. But yeah, I do most of the writing. Got a little off track there.
So Kaya, what's your music history?
Well, I started playing drums when I was 8. I'm 27 now, so I've been doing it for a long time. I have been. I went for lessons for quite a few years. I played in orchestras, and I've been playing in bands, since I was like 15 or 16. So, yeah, a lot of self-taught too, a lot of YouTube. Starting to get into new genres, and it really helps my entire style of playing. So, playing all different varieties of music really helps.
So what kind of drum kit you playing right now?
I play Tama and I play PDP, which is the cheaper version of DW. Stadium cymbals, all the way.
That's cool. So is this your first band?
No, I play for quite a few bands. I'm actually in 2 cover bands, and this is one original metal band that I play with now. But no, I've been playing in bands since I was pretty young. So.
All right, Kenny, what's your musical history?
So originally my musical history, when I was young, I played that video game for PS2 called Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and that's the first time I heard Anthrax from Madhouse from Anthrax, and Rain Blood from Slayer. And ever since I heard that, that's what kind of got me into like the really heavy metal. I always liked the classical metal, like the Maiden, the Priest, Ozzy, and stuff. But once I heard that opening riff, the Rain Blood, like I said, Madhouse from Anthrax, the heaviness and violence really fit that game so much better, and it makes me enjoy it. And that's what really got me into metal initially. I started doing some lessons with a local guitar teacher, and me and Kyle, we both had that musical background for the past couple of years, just kind of playing. I was in a couple bands, maybe 3 or 4, nothing really major, but I just love playing music, whether it's just guitar, whether it's bass, whether I'm just, a bystander listening to music. I've always had a passion for it ever since I was about like 13. So pretty much any opportunity I can get to play music, I just jump on it.
All right, so Brandon, who are your biggest musical influences, Brandon?
Megadeth, right off the bat. Megadeth's huge to me. That was the first metal album I ever bought for myself. Anthrax is huge, obviously, and I'm going to sound like a loser and name the Big Four, but when I was 13, my uncle saw that I was getting into metal, Dragon Force on Guitar Hero, and he was like, hey, man, check this album out. And he gave me Among the Living by Anthrax, and that really sculpted my view towards listening to thrash metal. And so Megadeth, Anthrax, Power Trip's a really big one right now. Stormtroopers of Death, of course. I like a lot of hardcore. Hatebreed holds a really special place in my heart. Metallica, obviously,
Now, how about as far as musicians itself? Any musicians?
I think I relate to, not relate, but I think I relate to Scott Ian the most. I think I really like his energy on stage when he plays, and he's got some really sick riffs. Dave Mustaine is just legit insane. I don't know how he plays half those riffs and sings at the same time, but Scott Ian is definitely probably one of my favorite musicians out there.
Awesome. So, Kyle, who are your biggest musical influences?
Well, for drums, I was always a big fan of. I don't want to say I'm a fan of Lars Ulrich, but Metallica was always a band that I always loved. So I guess I do have to give credit. Charlie Benanti of Anthrax was also one of them. Gene Hoglan. Some of the non-metal guys that I really love recently is I just did a clinic in Philadelphia with the drummer of Styx. His name's Todd Zuckerman. Phenomenal player. Jazz guy named Tommy Igo. He's another one. And I also really like Trivium Singer. Yeah, I like his lyrics and his vocal style. Well, his older vocal style, that is. The clean and scream singing. So those are a few people.
Who are your biggest band influences?
Band influences? I mean, obviously Metallica. I feel like if anybody doesn't say that plays metal, it's fucking lying. Amon Amarth for sure. I love a lot of Swedish melodic death metal. Children of Bodom's a big one. I love a lot of classic rock too, like Styx in Boston. I grew up. My parents listened to a lot of Styx in Boston. So those are two that I really really love.
That's cool, man. You got to have a open musical taste, man.
Yeah, for sure. It broadens your musicianship for sure, and it took me so fucking. I had to get that through my ignorant 18-year-old head. Actually, I was probably 24 when I finally realized it. Maybe even last year, 26. It took me that long, but hey.
Yeah. So, Kenny, how about you? What are your biggest musical influences?
My initial one was Ozzy Osbourne. That's what really got me into liking the heavy riffs. Randy Rose in the early years, that's just it just sucked me into the whole genre and style of the heavy metal. What it initiated as and what it's grown to today even. You got to give respect to the Big Four, of course, but I also really had a fond feeling for Testament, Overkill, just pretty much everyone with that genre. I mean, the new thing now for me is a band called Sabaton, and they're not exactly thrash metal or hardcore, but they have some really, really sick riffs, and they are heavy, fully energetic, and I think that's kind of one of my motivations for what I'm doing in this band now. Whatever music we make, I always try to think how we can give it that energy, give it that heaviness, that full sound, and I think Sabaton really nails all of those elements, and that's my big hook lately. Like I said, you got to respect all the early thrash heavy metal bands. I mean, you can just absorb and just sponge up so many of them and just learn from all of them.
Oh yeah, the early Bay Area thrash metal bands from the 80s, man. Yeah. Like you said, Testament, you get Death Angel, Dark Angel, all them bands from the California area, man.
Yeah. I think that's why I like Anthrax so much. East Coast.
Yeah, East Coast metal, baby.
Then you got the band Violence is back together again.
Oh God, we missed both shows in Brooklyn. because they just played in Brooklyn the past 2 days. But I think I had so many friends that were at that show that I think combined they all have enough video for us to watch it. So it was awesome though. It looks really good. I'm really excited they're back together.
Yeah, I know they're coming to Chicago next year. I think February or something like that. Yeah.
They sounded really good too. They sounded tight.
Yeah. Now, what was the last show you guys played?
Last show we played, we played last weekend. We played at this place called The Building in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It was pretty cool. It was like a punk rock show. We were helping our friends do a video shoot. They did like a really cool quad ghoul kind of esque. Got shot with blood, unsuspectingly. But they're awesome. They're called Video Massacre. That was a really good show, actually.
So now, how's your guys following out there in Pennsylvania?
How's the following in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, you guys got a following out there?
I would like to say so. Yeah, I think
I mean, it's getting bigger, but with the amount of time that we've had so far, we can't get that much of a fall. I mean, it's big enough.
Yeah.
We're growing for sure.
What was it? I mean, we've only been a band for about a year and a month now, so like, we one of my favorite things. We went to Pittsburgh. We're not even we're from the East Coast of Pennsylvania, not the West Coast. And one of our buddies in Pittsburgh, someone was wearing a Cruel Bomb shirt out there. So like that was just awesome. Just we're trying to get around. We play the tri-state area, so we're trying to affect Cruel Bomb into people's minds as much as we possibly can.
Now, your EP, did you guys record that yourselves?
No, that was recorded at Loftus Studios in Oliphant, Pennsylvania. JL Studios, what did I say? Oh, yeah, sorry. JL Studios in Oliphant, Pennsylvania. And Joe's awesome. Honestly, it was our work too, but Joe did such a great job with it. A lot of the things that we get about that EP is how great it sounds. So, our new EP is still being recorded from Joe. So, any bands out there looking for a good studio, definitely go to JL Studios in Oliphant.
Yeah, incredible work. Great guy to work with. Very versatile, understanding.
He's also very versed in metal too. So if you're a metal fan looking, he's got a lot of great ideas.
Yeah, he's a very talented musician too.
He shreds. Like he'll rip like Yngwie Malmsteen on his fucking Fender. It's ridiculous.
That's cool, man. Now, you guys have any plans to release a full length anytime in the future?
Do you want me to answer that one? Yeah. So my philosophy with music is I think albums are dead. Personally, if I can avoid writing an album, I definitely would like to. I like the idea of EPs just because it's something we get to work on, spend some time with the songs, and then we get to be constant news. Pump them out quick. Yeah. So I mean, our second EP is already almost done, and we released the other one, 6 months ago. So, other people are already asking when the new material is coming out, and it's cool to say that we have another 4 songs coming out, and then another 6 months we'll have another 4 songs coming out. So,
yeah, we're pretty much just keep putting out, it seems like these little teasers and singles and stuff, but it's keeping us relevant and keeping us going in the right direction, I think.
It's also keeping us writing more often.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So, how did the name Cruel Bomb come about?
How did the name Cruel Bomb come about?
Yeah.
It is what the Emperor said. It's what he called the atomic bomb. The Japanese Emperor. Sorry, what did I say? Oh, the Japanese Emperor. It's what he called the atomic bomb when it dropped, and when he gave his notice of surrender to his people. He said the enemies have used cruel bombs. And I learned that in an educational video, and I was like, yo, that's sick. And just kind of ran with it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it has meaning, not meaning, but like semblance of something that's happened in history with, atomic warfare.
Now, since you guys been together for this little over a year now, how many shows have you played?
A lot.
20, 30? A bunch. I'm going to say probably 30 maybe. 20 to 30, I think.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
All right. Now, have you got to open for any national bands?
We opened up for Mark Rizzo. That was kind kind of cool. Mark Rizzo, Soulfly.
Oh, Chicago, man, what the fuck they call? Rap?
Yeah, Rap's from Chicago.
Chicago Thrash.
I'm trying to think.
I think those are the big ones.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
Yeah, Mark Rizzo of Soulfly?
Yeah.
And, the old 80s thrash band Rap from Chicago.
Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar, right?
Oh yeah, those are my buddies, man.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, sick. Yeah, we opened for them. They're on.
Yeah,
I think I talked to Rob for 20 minutes about guitars.
No, yeah,
After I said it was awesome.
Rob Noon, yeah, he's a cool guy, man.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, they're all
He's
cool.
funny as hell, too.
They're all great guys, man. Scott and Gary, two Scotts and the Gary and Jake. Yeah, all a bunch of awesome guys, man.
Yeah, no, they're awesome.
So now, what's been your best show so far? Like, where'd you guys play it, and what was the best show?
Oh, shit. I want to answer this one. You guys get it.
What it's called, the Art Gallery?
Art Gallery, yeah.
All right, so there's like this rundown building that was like renovated in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That's called the Alternative Gallery, and it's half an art gallery, half a venue, half a bunch of like old school like 80s and 90s like collectible stuff, like glass cases, and one cat running around while everything's going on. But we were like the third band, and everyone just fucking lost it. They were just going crazy.
Yeah, the crowd and the fans. It's not something you had to promote. Just the fan base in that area knows when a show's happening, and they just come in the masses and just feeding off their energy. It was an incredible experience because what we put into it, the crowd put into it just as much, and it was a really neat experience for sure.
On top of it, it was the best catering that we would ever receive as an underground band. Because they have a staff on hand. They take all your equipment up a freight elevator, move it into the backstage area, and there was a bunch of like free food and free beer for the 5 bands that were playing. I don't think any original band gets that anywhere.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with free food and beer, man.
Yeah, right. It's like made it that much better. It was to the point where when you go to like a national touring act, like the pit's so fast that you can feel the air off of it. Like that's how intense this gig was. So it was definitely our best.
Like as soon as we started playing, like kids were moving, and I just remember looking over at Kenny like, "Holy shit, dude!" Like, we did a Whiplash cover from Metallica, and like they were in our faces screaming the lyrics. Like it was awesome. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Pittsburgh was awesome. We did like a little run. Yeah, we went up to Ohio and Pittsburgh, and that show was just nuts. We had a lot of friends with us. They Mike piled us with us on stage, and it was a blast. Like it was probably some of the best days of my life, to be honest.
So now, what each one of you guys? What's your fondest memory of being in this band so far?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I would say either doing the tour from Ohio to Pittsburgh, our weekend trip. That was really epic and a lot of fun. Honestly, should we talk today?
Sure.
I think a really sick thing today, we just got done filming a music video for our new single, Atomic Demolition Munition, today. So the last, 6 hours were grueling, and it was a lot of hard work, but this is really going to kick a lot of people's asses. I can't wait for people to, see the hard work we put in today. That's another big milestone, I think, that we're not going to forget for a long time.
I'm going to say I like recording, especially the newer songs. I'm really, really enjoying the recording process of the newer songs because I've recorded with other bands, and I would just try to overplay a lot. And with the first EP, with the drums, I was looking to go with a more straightforward, simpler, not trying to overplay, and I think it really paid off. So, really been enjoying the recording process.
I'm going to get sentimental. I think the fondest moment I had was when we finally had, our physical copy of our CDs. When we had those in my hands, like that was just a dream come true for me, honestly.
He's crying right now.
No, I'm not crying right now. I cried when I got them, I'm not gonna lie.
I can see the tears flying.
But it's also better. It was also a really good feeling when we sold out too. So like that was something I never thought we'd do too. In 6 months, we sold over all those CDs, and just any show that I get, honestly, it's all just been a dream come true, man. I never want to let it go. I'm gonna hit the stage and get to play this original music, man. It's euphoric.
That's awesome, man. So now, you guys have any funny or embarrassing moments to share?
Yo, Kenny the bass player's got a great one.
Which one is this one?
Fucking windmill.
Helicopter.
Oh, whatever, helicopter. All right. So we were in Ohio, hanging out before our set, and what are they called? It's called some girl from California, and she runs like a Facebook whatever page called Heavy Vibe. Shout out to her if you guys want to like that page, check it out. But we did a Skype interview, and she has this game where she kind of spins a wheel and
Takes a topic
or whatever
to answer the question.
And what was the question, Jeff?
The name of embarrassing fact about yourself.
Oh no! It was what was the most embarrassing thing you've done in your room by yourself?
Yes.
And Kenny, if you want to continue this.
I mean, I'm proud of that. I was working on a technique. My thing was I was practicing my helicopter trick with my penis on my bed. I thought it was a skill, and I was honing it. I watched other people do it. It looked like fun. Send it.
Yeah, Kenny's a big fan of meatspin.com.
Or should we talk about the newest thing, the whammy? Homemade whammy bar?
Making a whammy bar out of deep throating a microphone. Our bass player's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's actually up on our Instagram page for you to like.
Yes, at Cruel Bomb. Check out Kenny deep throating a microphone.
Make a homemade whammy bar.
We're literally writing this breakdown, and me and the
As serious as possible.
and then all I hear is just and Kenny just has the microphone in his mouth.
I mean, it works.
So without hesitation, looks at the camera as I'm recording him, and he goes, "Oh, you want me to do the sucky thing?" Doesn't break eye contact, just starts sucking on the microphone.
So, how many places can we find you guys on social media?
Almost everything. Besides Twitter. I'm not good at Twitter.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Bandcamp, iTunes,
Google Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. But literally, Cruel Bomb anything. We're not Cruel Bomb Official, not Cruel Bomb 1. We are Cruel Bomb. At Instagram, Facebook, everything.
So, how important is social media to you guys?
To me, it's very important. I think, just like sending tapes back in the day, that was their main form of getting out there. I think social media is incredibly important. I think posting quality content over quantity is really important. I take pride in my social media presence. So to me, it's very important in staying relevant and not pissing people off or annoying people.
No, I know you guys haven't been together that long, but do you guys have any thoughts on what the pros and cons of the music business are so far?
Oh, how much time do you have?
Wait, what did you say?
Pros and cons of the music business.
Yeah, how much time do you have?
I gotta say, the thing that gets me the most, and I'm not saying this because metal people are not supposed to like the mainstream or whatever, or a lot of metal people don't like different styles of music, but I think a lot of it is the people who are doing the most ridiculous bullshit at the time, and maybe not that we're not attractive guys, but
We're very handsome.
The most attractive people, and they're not even, they're just they're writing people are writing, the corporations are writing bullshit lyrics and writing their fucking music, and it's just fucking lame. That's all about bullshit money, and I don't know. It's hard to understand for people who don't actually play an instrument, because every time, even listening to something without, say drums, for example, if it's all electronic, I, as a drummer, just can't get into it as much with something that has drums in it. So I think
we do it. We're doing it for ourselves, but it's such a rewarding payoff knowing other people are digging our music as much as we are, and it really is the coolest feeling.
yeah, it's really my like I guess like purpose is, you know, growing up as kids, and I'm sure you feel the same way, that, you know, you had that music that made you feel good or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I could just, I would play whatever. I was in a cover band last night. I was playing fucking, I don't know, Jimmy Eat World or something, and everyone's fucking having a good time. It's great. It feels good. I don't necessarily like that band, but, you know, the fact that everyone's having a great time and, you know, enjoying themselves is really, it's a great feeling.
You're part of entertainment. You know, it's a really neat experience.
So what kind of advice would you guys give like a, you know, young up and coming band that's out there?
Bust your ass, man.
If you guys get in an argument, talk it out, because your band will fail miserably if you don't.
I think that's like the one thing that we have with Cruel Bomb is that I'm very communicative.
Yeah.
You know, I like to talk to the guys. Practice every day. Practice. Cannot stress it enough. Hour a day, like an hour a day at least, and not just practice. Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So don't cut corners when you're practicing. Practice your stuff right.
Also, you have to network with people in person for sure. That is one mistake that I made in the past, and, you know, Brandon's like a superstar at that, so that's really boosting us for sure.
I just like to talk about it.
Yeah, word of mouth is a classic thing, but it really does make a difference.
Like, there's no way around it. Like, you have to, when you play gigs, you have to go talk as much as you possibly can to as many people as possible.
And don't be a fucking dick.
All right. When you guys play gigs, when you open up for other bands, when you're done with your set, do you leave or you watch the other bands play?
No,
Always watch the other band. Always watch.
It makes it both.
I'll tell you what. There's a few times that we played with a band that was a headline, and it just wasn't in their car, or a lot of people left. And there was times where I would be standing with, like, our band Cruel Bomb would be the only people standing for this band that only stuck around. And it really does mean a lot to stick around for the other bands too, because I mean, we're grateful if we get a few people, but even when we get done playing, you know, to me, it's just out of respect. I definitely have to stay. And just like you said, you're there to support other people because they're there for you as well. It you know, it works both ways. I wish more and more people come out to shows. I mean, people don't realize how important it is to really support local music as much as we do.
Give the respect that others give to you.
Yeah, right.
Now, who writes all the lyrics for the band?
Mostly you two.
Yeah, Kenny's better at it than me, but I wrote most of Manhattan Mischief.
I think I wrote like 3 lines,
But they were good lines. But
they were quality.
One was while we were recording, and it came in handy.
Yeah, we wrote our lyrics on a dinner plate 5 minutes before we went into the mic booth and recorded, and it came out solid gold.
I don't know about solid.
I was
gold.
screaming through the glass to Brandon to say these lyrics instead that I just thought about on the spot, and it ended up working out.
But I like the lyrics the most on our new song, though, Atomic Demolition Munition, which is all Kenny. So I think it's just because I hate maybe I just hate, like, I'm an artist with my own stuff, but ADM's lyrics are awesome.
We bring all of our things to the table, and all of us coming together and working as hard as we do as a team really, I think, is gonna make this band successful.
Oh, that's another thing for young and up-and-coming bands that, you know, I would assume that you would be a 3-piece at the minimum, but everyone should, you know, be ambitious and try to do as much as possible for the group, because that also really makes a difference.
Hard work pays off.
If they don't want it as much as you, don't have them in your band.
So now, for each one of you guys, what was the first concert you ever went to?
I'll start mine. It was Meatloaf.
Meatloaf? Really?
It was one hell of a show. I was only like 15 at the time, and I'll tell you what, for Meatloaf, something you wouldn't expect to be a kick-ass show. That was an awesome show. I went 2 or 3 times after that. I mean, I love my heavy metal, my thrash metal, but I also can chill out to something as soft as Meatloaf, too. Yeah, that was my first ever concert. YouTube.
I'm glad you know that. That's how close we are. My first show was Machine Head back when the Blackening came out, so it was fucking unreal. And I just remember being like this fucking 12-year-old kid. Just I remember asking my stepdad, I was like, yo, can I go in the pit? And I got the shit kicked out of me. But I'll never forget just Rob Flynn, just like when Davidian, just when that break kicks in, I'll just never forget that euphoric moment, just feeling the double bass, just like pound like in my chest. It was awesome. Like that's when I knew that it was like, yo, this like this is what I want to do. And hopefully one day this guy listens to this. But I was like a 12-year-old kid, and this dude was just pissed drunk, and he's like, oh, I got to piss, and we were pretty close, so he just pulls his dick out and pisses in this bottle, and just fucking chugs it, just open. So someone's just probably just got him with a whole bottle of piss.
Wow.
Mine's definitely the most lame, but I think I was probably 12 or 13, and I saw
American Idol.
Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte, the Young and the Hopeless tour. Throwback.
We have a lot of eyeliner.
I do. Got my nails painted.
So now, what's each one of you guys' top 3 favorite bands of all time?
Oh, God, this is hard. Well, we all know Brandon's is Megadeth because he's got Dave Mustaine's face tattooed on his butt.
That's definitely not true.
Yeah.
I do like Megadeth.
I'm gonna throw mine out there. So mine became the bass player. It's gonna be Ozzy, Sabaton, and Slayer.
All right, I think I'll go now. Kyle's favorite top 3. I have to go with Metallica as number 1. I've just been so influenced by them. Definitely Amon Amarth, for sure. I love Amon Amarth a lot. I don't know. Third one's hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, as of right now, I really love Sabaton, too, so I'm going to go with them.
All right, I'm going to be lame. Megadeth, Anthrax / SOD, and then I'm also going to go Sabaton, just because that's like the one band where we're all like,
Wow. I think our connection happened at a Sabaton show. We were all just went together, and I think that's where the magic happened.
we legit drove through a blizzard
Yes.
to go see Sabaton and Creator, and we just drove home just like, please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. It was awesome. It was a great time.
So now, do you guys have any upcoming shows?
Yes.
Saturday.
This Saturday, yes. Back at the building. We're playing with a bunch of bands that I don't remember at the moment.
Oh, yeah, there's like 7 bands. We have, it starts at like 4 o'clock. So I don't remember any of them.
What else do we have? A good punk rock show. We're going back to the Alt Gallery that we were talking about before. We're going back there with our good friends Dissensions. And then we're actually headlining our first local show. We're playing with LMI and some other bands that I don't remember at the moment as well. But those are the next coming weeks. And we have a lot of studio time coming up too, so.
Cool. Now, where do you guys hope to see this band, say, in 5 years from now?
I explain the situation.
If you feel comfortable.
All right, so I'm moving out west toward. Are you from Chicago?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually relocating. Kyle, this is relocating to like 20 minutes outside of Milwaukee at the end of the month, and Brandon and Kenny are gonna be in PA, writing music, sending it to me, and then hopefully within the summer we're going to do dates in Ohio, Indiana. We have friends in.
I want to be touring worldwide 5 years.
I would love.
I would like to be platinum record.
If anyone from Germany is listening, send us a loan.
Just a vodka.
We'll come play.
Worldwide platinum artist. Fans all around the world wearing Cool Bomb shirts. BNG. That's all I want. 5 years, I give or take. Kenny?
I think just touring around the country would be a dream come true.
For buying me a drum set when I was 8 years old and giving me a purpose in life. shout out to Wisconsin. I'm about to be inside you.
You're about to ruin it.
about to ruin you.
My final words for now. I mean, I can't keep. I'm excited to see what this project turns into. We're gonna keep busting our asses and put 100% into this thing, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I can't wait for everyone else to be a part of it.
Awesome.
Listen to us. If you're listening to this. Oh, I will have a shout out in a second. I'm sorry. I'm very amped right now. Listen to us. Go to Facebook. Like us on Facebook. That shit matters. If you like a band, go like that shit right now on Facebook. Yes. Go like that shit on Facebook. Go on our Instagram. Like that shit. We post on it as much as we possibly can with quality shit. Support your local bands. Buy some merch. We have some really cool stuff. We're actually putting a brand new hat out there. Shout out to the Ascensions. They're awesome. I love them. They're great guys. One of the best bands that I've heard ever. Shout out to my mom for letting me play metal music as loud as I can my entire life until I moved out. But yeah, I don't live with my mom. Sorry. But yes, go listen to us. Every time you think of thrash metal, I want you to think of my voice because we're gonna do it. You're gonna hear about us.
It's been a hell of a year, and we can't wait to see what we do in 2020.
Awesome, guys. Well, the song Dead Wake, what's that about, man?
Zombies.
Oh, what's the song Dead Wake about?
Yeah.
Killing fucking zombies. I actually wrote that watching a Walking Dead episode when King Zeke was like, "I won't let the dead be my end," and I literally wrote a whole song just around that line.
Cool, because I'm gonna close out the show with that song.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Thank you.
Do it. Yes, please.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys. You guys have a great night, man.
You have a great night, man. Thank you for having us.
Keep thrashing, man.
We'll try.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.